Hello everyone and welcome to another video here with me, Umber Rays, and today we are doing an appreciation series video because I'm not ready to do another 7-star review yet. Not of Freya, not of Knight Delita. Well, they are on my list of things to do, and look, this hair, it won't fold down. Oh, there it goes, never mind, I'll stop complaining. It's been a little while since I last did a appreciation series video, so I figured I was going to do one tonight, and here we are to talk about it. And tonight we are going to enter 3 new ones, and given the Valkyrie profile event and how crazy I've been about getting all of these limited time units, I thought I'd think back to some limited time units who have meant a lot to me over the years, and quite frankly, let's face it, limited time units are really cool and can end up being potentially incredibly powerful. And we are here to recognize some of them today, so let's begin. First of all, who doesn't love Nier? Well, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of the game. Sorry. Please don't hate me for it. I just never got into it. I'll get around to playing it someday. But let's face it, when it comes to valuable limited time units, 9S is a coveted prize, both on the global side as well on the Japanese side. And why not? I mean, first of all, he looks pretty cool. He's a pretty awesome little sprite. He has a good selection of weapons that he can choose from. And let's not forget his TMR, one of the most, well, it's just one of the TMRs pretty much everybody wants, because not only does it have healing abilities and treasure hunter and some 2-turn physical mitigation of 40%, it also has an AoE 8-hit attack that hits for 300% for only 30 MP, turning any unit potentially into a chainer. I mean, all of that stuff was really good, but at the core of it, 9S is a little bit better than a lot of people remember. And for a while, I have to admit, he's fallen completely out of the meta, but let's take a second and remember him. First of all, his limit burst at a 6-star, a 54% debuff across the board. That's pretty good for full break. Not only that, but it will always cause virus on the enemy. That there's one trial in particular, one 10-man trial, where virus is very useful. Virus is just a generally interesting status effect. I really like it, and I wish we could get zombie here. But Alum can't do blue magic, so let's not go overboard. But the real thing I like about him is that he is just a good support unit, or, well, I guess more accurately, he's a fantastic debuffer. He has hacking abilities, he has the chance to inflict either paralyze or stop for 3 turns, making it useful in arena. He has AoE damage mitigation, but more importantly, he has Purge Magic and Spirit, and Purge Attack and Defense, which are 50% debuffs to a single target. And back then, I mean, Warrior of Light was definitely my, well, we're fighting someone a little bit tough. Debuff on Warrior of Light. But this guy could do just a little bit better, and until Lid came along, he was a viable option. Nowadays, pretty much everybody has a break since the 7 stars have come along, but, you know, 9S... he has a special place in my heart, because for the first time when I actually started to use him in trials, it was like, wow, that extra percentage to a break really makes a difference. And at the time, that was really, really good. I mean, he could also debuff elementals, but really, we all wanted him for his damage mitigation, his TMR, and his debuffing. So here's to you, 9S. You are the first one of the limited units to get entered into my appreciation series. And speaking of appreciation, how could I not pick one of my most favorite characters in all of Final Fantasy history? Y'shtola. Now, her Trust Mastery was pretty easy to get and even got an upgrade, but a 20% spirit when equipped with staff and 20% when equipped defense equipped with a robe. At the time, that was a big deal. More importantly, she was she really was. She was the first 5-star giveaway unit in a raid, and that made her feel really cool, because at the time maybe you didn't have many rainbows. You didn't have what the whales were having with their 6 lightning teams. I mean, yeah, they can only have 5, but they can also have a friend too. When Y'shtola came along, for me it was gleeful joy because I finally could get one of the characters I wanted the most. But hey, she had a really good TMR for the time, and it even got upgraded, and there's a chance we're going to see a 7-star version of her with another Final Fantasy XIV event. Maybe? Alan? Please? You didn't forget about 14, did you? You didn't forget about Type O, did you? Anyway. With that being said, what was so great about her? Well, at the time there weren't the greatest options for healers, and Y'shtola was a damn good healer. More importantly than anything, to my knowledge, as much as I remember, she had a way to boost her spirit up. She could cast Protectka and Shelga, and I believe she had Presence of the Mind, which was essentially just dual cast, and having someone who could do dual cast was really awesome. Not only that, but she had Aeroga and Stonga. She could do damage, she could heal, she could revive, mind you with 30%, but this was very early in the game. She had Asuna. She had just a really solid kit for a free unit. More importantly, she looks really cool. And at the time, her maxed out limit burst for only 16 crystals was an AoE 54% damage reduction. There was nothing... And I'm sure somebody will correct me, but at the time, for free-to-play players like me back at the time, when I was still free-to-play before everything got ruined, Y'shtola was a big, big deal, and she was just really awesome for a healer. I really hope that Alum gives her a second chance. It gives her a 7-star form with a brand new unit, with a brand new version of her kit. Yeah, I just love her. Like, it helps that she's one of my favorite characters ever, but... And if you want to know just how much I love her, well, I'm really cheap on buying space for units. With that being said, I have no problem having 5, I think it's like 5 Y'shtolas that I just kept because it was like, no, I could keep one more. So all my space issues, well, because I've been collecting units, but the 5 Y'shtolas isn't helping, but there's no way I'm selling any of them anytime soon. And heck, I pretty much even maxed her out just because I love her so much. Here's hoping for that 7-star form. But this is definitely a unit I'm never getting rid of. And last... there was no way that this girl was not going to end up in my appreciation series in some way. Tillith is one of the oldest friends I have on this account. Tillith was a big deal. She was on a banner with a 5-star base unit, and everyone only wanted Tillith. I remember even some of the things of being like, damn it, I got Vargas. I think it was Vargas. Nobody remembers who that 5-star was because everyone wanted this girl. Everyone wanted Tillith. Her Trust Mastery reward was 100% ailment resistance in a materia. That's freaking awesome. It was a materia, right? Yeah, it was. There it is. But at the time, the only other option you had was Kefka, and she was a 4-star base. But you only needed one of her because, okay, well, Tillith had this weird thing where she was a pacifist and she didn't want to use weapons, and that made her a little awkward to gear. But for what she couldn't gear, she was just one of the more important units to have. Her limit burst being a 2000 HP heal with a 5x mod, and a 3-turn single target 100% limit burst fill rate, and cure poison, silence, and paralysis. Pretty cool. She could recover 10% MP per turn, which was big for a healer back then. And with Sacred Ground, she decreased her target chance of 75%, meaning that she was durable, except for that AoE stuff. She had an AoE 3-turn plus 100% stat buff resist for the entire party, which at the time, I forgot she even had that. I never really used it, but really nice. Goddess Miracle would heal HP and cure a whole bunch of different status effects. She could Sealed Light and AoE remove, or stat buff removal. She could Celestial Light and give the party 40% to all stats. And she had Rainbow Veil, an AoE 3-turn 40%, Fire, Ice, Thunder, Water, Wind, Earth, and Light resistance, which at the time was really, really big, but let's not forget some of the biggest stuff in her kit. Radiant Light, an AoE 100% HP recovery, and an AoE revive with 100% HP. This girl basically dominated the healing field until Ayaka came along. Sure, Stola could do some damage, but nobody could quite heal, just like Tillith could. And Tillith's... well, by the time Tillith's enhancement came out, I remember them just not being that big a deal, and essentially Ayaka came along and hit Tillith over the head with a staff, and, well, I mean, it was that damn stop debuff. Point is that Tillith was really, really cool back then, and she's still really, really cool now. She's a collector, she's awesome, she's got great animation. In general, she was just a completely reliable unit, and someone I relied on at the time very much. And even after, because, well, I didn't get Ayaka. It wasn't until CG Fino when I got another really great healer. But, anyway. So yes, there you go. 3 new additions to my appreciation series, giving these 3 the love and respect they deserve. Because all for their times, they were a big deal. Limited time units, well, maybe I'm a little too harsh on them with events like Star Ocean and Dragon Quest. It's not that the units are bad, it's just we know CG units can never be topped. Well, hello, Freya. I didn't notice you there. Yes, limited time units can turn out to be absolutely amazing. So that's all for this appreciation series, and maybe you can guess one of the videos I'll be recording next. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later, and until then, just go pull for Freya. She's awesome. I don't need a review to tell you that.